Writing equations of lines require that you know the slope. The slope is basically the rise over the run. Additionally, you will need a graph of the line, or you will need given points to find the slope. You can use the points that are given to you to find slope by using the following formula. So if you have 2 points that are given to you, you may use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find the rise over the run. I'm going to demonstrate that for you on the next slide. So I'm given 2 points. And I want to write the equation of the line. The points I'm given are -2, 6 and 5, 1. So what I would do is plug in those points into the formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is my x2, this is my y2, this is my x1, and this is my y1. It doesn't matter which one you choose to be your second or your first, but if my x1 is in this ordered pair with the 5, 1, then my y1 has to be the 1. I can't have my x1 here and my y1 over here. So wherever my x1 is, that's where my y1 has to be, and vice versa. Once you plug those numbers in, 6 minus 1 over -2 minus 5, you end up with the slope of -5/7. And I wrote it 2 ways to show you: 5 over -7, or just putting a negative sign out in front of the entire fraction, and -5/7. They mean both the same thing. Step 2, after you find the slope, then you find the y-intercept, and you use the formula y equals mx plus b, and you plug in the slope that you just found, the -5/7, and you choose one of the coordinates, the ordered pairs that you were given, and you use the x and the y and plug it into the y equals mx plus b. So in this equation, I chose the 5, 1 ordered pair, and I plugged in the 1 for y and the 5 for x, and I ended up getting 32 over 7 for my y-intercept. And then I'll write the equation. So my equation is going to be y equals -5/7, which is my slope, x, plus 32 over 7. That's y equals -5/7x plus 32 over 7 for the equation of this line right here, giving 2 points. That's how I will find the slope and write the equation. Now I want to show you how to write equations of parallel lines. And you did an investigation in class today where you had to graph or plot points and draw the lines using different colors. You should have determined from that investigation that parallel lines have the same slope. So if you are given the line y equals 2x plus 1, write the equation of a line that is parallel and passes through the point 5, -4. So I'm given the slope of the equation of one of the lines, and then I'm given a point that the parallel line passes through, which is 5, -4. Because I know that the parallel lines are going to have the same slope, then I already know the slope of the parallel line. It's also going to be 2. So I'm going to use that slope along with the given point that it's going to pass through, and I'm going to plug it into the y equals mx plus b formula to find the y-intercept. When I do that, I get my y-intercept of -14. So the equation for a line parallel to a line that it's y equals 2x plus 1 is y equals 2x minus 14. That line will run parallel to this line 2x plus 1. Another thing you did today was you determined the slope of perpendicular lines. And from that same investigation, you should have figured out that perpendicular lines have a slope that are the negative reciprocal of each other, meaning that when you multiply them together, slope 1 and slope 2, you're going to get -1. So if I have 2 lines and I multiply their slopes together, if I get -1, then I know they're perpendicular to each other. The negative reciprocal just means flip the slope and then take the opposite of what it was. If it was positive, then it's going to be negative. If it was negative, then it's going to be positive. Alright, so given the line y equals -1/2 x plus 3, write the equation of a line whose slope is perpendicular and passes through the point 2, -1. So I'm giving you a point that the perpendicular line passes through, and I also gave you the slope of the line that it's perpendicular to. the equation of the line that I know has a slope of negative 1/2. So to the negative reciprocal of negative 1/2 would be positive 2. Because you have to flip this. This will be 2 over 1, and then it's already negative, so you would make it positive. And that's what the first thing is to do, is to take the slope, find the slope for the perpendicular line, and that slope is going to be 2. After you know the slope, then you take the point and you plug it into the y equals mx plus b formula so that you can solve for b and find the y-intercept. When I do that, I get b equals a negative 5. My final answer for a line that's perpendicular to negative 1/2 x plus 3 is y equals 2x minus 5.